This happened a few years ago. School district and I was one of the L2 techs, not the most senior, but due to senior district manglement and interesting appointments it wasn't exactly the most fun place to work. Still isn't, but that's another story. And hashtag X200B. Anyway, back to the fun. I got copied in on an email from the IT director, which he'd got it from the senior district managers. The service the district uses to host the agenda and such like for the board meetings emailed and said they needed to change the URL as the current one was being DDoSed. I didn't think that was the problem, but oh well. They suggested two new URLs, one public and one private. And hashtag X200B. I read the email and realized that the public URL could spell, by removing a dot, an unfortunate word that would not be the best for a school district to have. I mostly ignored it as the other more senior tech and several managers would surely see it too. Alas, my confidence in people was again misplaced, the normal. Nobody realized, and so I finally dropped into the mountain of replies and suggest that we ask them to change the public URL as it will probably be a bit too entertaining to a low-top people, hoping this would get someone to notice. And hashtag X200B. Sure enough, as I expected, nobody noticed, so I sent another email to everyone basically saying I noticed that a URL can spell an unfortunate word which would probably not be good to display for a K-12 district. I highly suggest that another URL is requested. And hashtag X200B. This time, one of the more trustworthy, although not organized, managers noticed what I was saying and responded agreeing with me. The IT director emailed the senior district managers and requested it. Apparently he had to point out the problem to several staff. And hashtag X200B. The more worrying part for me, it had gone by several managers and staff in senior positions, included the person in charge of the communications from the district to parents/board/ etc, and he was the one who had gotten the request from the company. And hashtag X200B. I really should have ignored it and let the fires burn, as it wouldn't have blown back at me, more the senior tech and managers who would have made the change. My professionalism kicked in though, and I couldn't ignore it. And hashtag X200B. And hashtag X200B. Oh. I missed something, didn't I? What was the URL? And hashtag X200B, the service, icboard.com, the old URL did not have icboard in at all. And hashtag X200B, new URLs, private, school district icboard.com, public, school district pub.icboard.com, https://pub.icboard.com, and hashtag X200B, yes. A school district with a very pubic URL on a very important and noticeable part of the district, as board meetings can be quite heated at times, especially during election time, and senior managers can and do get dragged into the crosshairs.